What's going on today, guys? About 5 or 6 weeks ago, I got a wild hair and decided I was going to test Certainty out just to see what it would do and what it was all about. And I wasn't very scientific with my test, name you. I was just kind of messing around, but I ran about 10 acres on different types of warm season turf with different combinations, and I'll show you some of the before and afters on a few of them, so stay tuned. Certainty, when I think of it, I usually think of a sedge product, but I've heard people say they had luck taking ryegrass out with it, fescue, things like that. So I decided I'd give it a whirl with some different combinations. I like it overall. It could have been something to do with my timing, though. I was kind of early with this. I mean, we're not seeing any sedges right now, obviously, but I was trying it out. I see what it would do with POA and some winter annuals and all, and in a lot of cases it did very good. In some cases it did excellent. In some cases it didn't do a whole lot, but it could have had a lot to do with the temperatures or the amount of rainfall I was having at the time, and I really didn't document all that, so I can't tell you if that was the case or not. But I'm going to show you a few before and afters here, and then we'll come back and talk about it for a second. This is Zoysia. This is the Steve Willie Memorial Garden. It's in despicable shape. This POA, lots of POA. There's a hen bit. Lots of POA. Lots of POA. Chickweed. If you notice, the Zoysia is transitioning out and turning green. A terrible time to spray it. Chickweed, ooh, look at that. But we're gonna do it anyway. POA out the zinc. What I'm gonna do here in the Steve Willie Memorial Garden is the theme of this thing has been combining different things with Certainty, if you hadn't caught that. This is going to be Certainty and Celsius. CC. We'll get to it. R-O-C. See right under. See. All you have done. My bad Elvis impersonation while I'm murdering weeds. It's a Flow Zone Typhoon, by the way. Here is about a 3 or 4 week update on the Celsius Certainty application in the Steve Willie Memorial Garden. I mean, overall pretty good. There is some POA annual actually returning, and I mean we're working on trying to get out of POA in the season altogether, but that's what that's looking like. That app's been pretty slow. Probably in heat of summer, hot weather, when you're facing some broadleafs and some sedges, it might be a good combination. But just for killing POA, I'd rate that combination is all right. I mean, but it's weird how some of these combinations have worked stunningly well. And some of the same combination worked great on one yard, didn't do all that much on another yard. I can't explain it, but anyway, the Celsius Certainty, okay. All right, some combinations were awesome. Certainty with change up was very, very good, and in a Centipede yard, I think there's another great option. As far as maybe doing that with Bermuda, yeah, I mean, it works okay, but I think you'll get a little more bang out of making a combination with X product that you were going to go out with anyway and add Monument, and they're going to have kind of a similar range of control, but I think Monument in Bermuda will do you a little more justice than what I saw out of Certainty. And I could be totally wrong, I don't know. But anyway, Celsius and Certainty, it was effective against POA, but it was tremendously slow. And again, that's the time the time of the year when it's cooler. Celsius works ridiculously slow, and so Certainty was hanging right in there with it in the combination, and they were just really slow. Certainty with 2,4-D, obviously, and I don't think you're supposed to do that. I think one will cancel out the other or something. I remember seeing that somewhere on the label, or somebody told me or something. I don't know, but actually, in some cases, it worked pretty dang good. And I sprayed a Bermuda yard, or a Bermuda place. It was like a car wash laundromat thing with Certainty, Methylfuron, and 2,4-D, and it did a pretty dang good job. And I'll show you that one right now too. This is a commercial property that one of my residential customers owns, and he has about 3 of these, and he sent me to get them sprayed this week. It's nice turf and all those weeds. Looks like Bermuda. Sprayed it with Certainty, and we'll follow up to see what kind of carnage we made. Alright, this is the follow-up. This is Certainty and 2,4-D ester on Bermuda grass. I would have thought by now them things would have been total toast, but it is a mega cleanup as compared to what it did look like before. So I mean, that's an acceptable application. Then some other things worked really great, and I'm gonna be honest, I hadn't had time to go back and make videos of everywhere that I went with this, but I sprayed it on about 10 acres, just in different combinations on different grass types, just trying different things. Certainty is fine to run on pretty much any warm season grass, which is great, and that's an advantage you would have over Monument that you could only use in Bermuda and Zoysia. Is Certainty will cover Centipede, St. Augustine, and all that. So there's a plus for Certainty. But it's an excellent sedge control, and I mean I should have used some during when we have sedge problems, but like I said, I was out spraying them. So I got excited and just shot it on everything just to see what it would do in different combinations. Again, I think my favorite that I saw was Certainty and Change Up. That combination worked excellent, and that's safe to run on Centipede, Bermuda, Zoysia. So that's a great one to put in the memory bank, and you'll have sedge control with that, obviously with the Certainty in it, and a wide spectrum of broadleafs. But that application really got with POA. I mean, it burned it up more so than Celsius and Certainty. This is Centipede. This is the first time I've treated it. I did Certainty and Change Up on this one. See how that works out. It's a new customer, Centipede. I sprayed it about a month ago with Change Up and Certainty. Nice combination. It obviously blistered these plantains out here, and he had a lot of other stuff. I think I got some before video, but today we're going to work on filling in these patches. I'll show you the back. Anyway, we're going to get equal nitrogen and potassium fertilizer on it, some Subvert prefix. Let's see if we can't do something about these holes. And here's the back. The Change Up and Certainty did a pretty nice job. He had a lot of plantain. It blistered 99% of that to oblivion. and some other things. I don't even see any POA out here. He had lots of POA, so the Certainty got that too. The Certainty just runs a little slow in the early spring, it seems, but nice job, nice combo overall. Another combination that worked great was Certainty and Dismiss. At first I was thinking when I put them together, so well, these two things kind of are known for swinging at the same target, sort of sedges and kalingas, but combined together, the speed of the Dismiss along with the Certainty, I mean, we were pretty broad spectrum getting with some stuff with that. I like that as well. So there's another one to put in the old memory bank storage. I've treated this one a couple times before and fertilized this Centipede in the front, Bermuda in the back, another yard mullet. Pretty clean, just POA. City did a water line just like they did at my house. Screwed it all up. Going out with Certainty, Manor, Prodiamine, and Dismiss. Same thing for this one. These are Centipede. It's the first time I sprayed that one. Got a little stuff going on there. Do a after video. What we're looking like on this one. It got fair control, pretty good control of the POA. That ryegrass, however, that they had planted to cover up that hole there where they dug, it didn't do nothing of that. That's odd. That's the street. It is looking way better. He had a whole lot going on in this yard. There's going to be some more treatments in his future. But I mean, you can see some carnage in there. It's been several weeks, but it's cleaned this one up pretty nice. And my absolute favorite combination, if you want to lay hell on some stuff in some Centipede, go Change Up, Certainty, and a little carfentrazone. I just said that. Change Up, Certainty, and a little carfentrazone. We blew some with that. It didn't harm the grass. The grass was transitioning, and it still is transitioning right now. But I didn't see where I had major setback in green up doing that on Centipede that was just starting to come out of dormancy, and that app was pretty damn good. So that is a fantastic combination for your Certainty. But I ran them at the full label rates for each one, adding them in there. So I didn't really experiment with dropping down on the label rates on some of them to see, where the sweet spot was. But I'm sure it's been done somewhere before. But as far as running into Centipede, and even going into the summer when we're going to have some sedge issues and stuff, that's going to be an awesome app for you on Centipede is the Certainty, Change Up, and a little Quicksilver. Overall, I thought the Certainty was pretty nifty, and I loved the combination there that I've just been raving about. But I did find it to be just a touch hit and miss on some stuff. I could spray out of the same tank 2 different properties and get some slightly different results. One would do really well and one not so great. So I don't know if that was something I did or what, but overall I think it's definitely a tool worth putting in the toolbox, especially if nothing else for that super duper Change Up, Certainty, Quicksilver combination. That one's a home run if you spray a lot of Centipede. But I mean, you could spray that on Bermuda, Zoysia too. I mean, and this would be excellent. But I like that combo. Anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks. I'm feeling like I can really get this cleaned up. One app ought to handle it, right?